How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we've got game one of our quadruple coverage. Yes, doing 4 games today as Akron takes on Texas Tech. And again, of course, we've seen some 12 seeds already take down some 5 seeds. Of course, the big one, High Point over Wisconsin. You never know how it can go. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, it is a great March Madness Friday. Both these teams, again, can put up points. Akron averaging 88 points a game. Texas Tech, 80 points a game. Both teams can shoot it well. Both teams shooting really high. Again, Texas Tech with a 47% shooting percentage. Akron with a 50% shooting percentage. Both teams with decent defense, again, as well. Akron allowing 74 points a game. Texas Tech, 73. Hopefully your brackets are doing well. I'm actually doing okay. I'm actually not bragging here. That's not really showing the bracket off at all. Let me go ahead and fix that. But there you go. I'm doing better than 96% of all brackets, so I would say that's not too bad. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, it is a great game. We're about to actually begin. Looks like we have Texas Tech in white, Akron going to be in navy and gold. Tip-off won by Akron, and we are underway. As here we go. All right, this is Johnson. Johnson with it at the logo. I got to get this all set up here. Passes inside to Mahaffey, and Mahaffey back to Johnson. Johnson driving inside underneath the basket, puts it up, can't get it, and it's rebounded there by Petty. Petty now with it going right to left. Petty with it on the near side as he retreats back to the logo. Again, a pretty solid matchup. 12 and 5s are always interesting. Right now, Kentucky, by the way, up 20-18 over Santa Clara. As Petty with it again, driving inside, hands it off here to Watts. Watts underneath, passes it, and it's going to get it. Get the 2 points. Texas Tech with the opening bucket. That was in the form of Bam Boye, I think. I don't know. It is what it is as he's driving inside. Johnson tips it out here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey with the floater. That's going to not get the friendly roll. Rebounded there by, we'll call him just Bam from this point on. But as he passes to Petty. Petty with it on the far side. Anderson now with it at the logo. As Anderson driving inside, looking, turning, shooting. That's going to be short. Rebounded there by Lyles as he passes to Johnson. Johnson underneath to Mahaffey. Mahaffey puts it up. Oh, it's blocked. And rebounded by Texas Tech. Here's Texas Tech and Watts driving inside. Kicks it here to Petty. Petty with it on the near side. Looking around. Kicks it out in the corner. Driving inside now as he puts it up and gets the friendly roll. Texas Tech leading 4-0. And ESPN is way behind, but it is what it is. Hasn't even acknowledged that it started yet. All right, Johnson looking for a teammate's. Passes here to Lyles, back over to Johnson. Johnson with it, the logo, kicks it out here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey beyond the arc, finding Johnson. Johnson with it again. Johnson driving the lane, puts it up and can't get it. Rebounded there by Texas Tech. This is Watts taking it down. Bounce pass here to Atwell. Wide open three. That's good. And Texas Tech already up a touchdown, 7-0. Again, appreciate you, George. Ricky, good to see you. Sports Cards, appreciate you for tuning in. Going with the Zips. Need a prescription to watch basketball games. Going to leave this one early to watch Arizona. I totally get it. Should win that one again. Yeah, I didn't really want to cover any 1-16s because I don't know. But obviously, Siena and Duke was pretty crazy. All right, here we go. This is Johnson with it again. And they're going to pass. Oh, I guess they wiped away the three. There was a travel signal made by the Akron bench as Akron puts it up and not able to get it. So, no, it's still 4-0. My apologies there. As Texas Tech now with it on the far side. All right, driving inside, loses the ball, gets it back. Petty looking for a teammate, finds one in the form of Atwell. Atwell outside of Anderson. Anderson with it at the logo as he's going inside slowly but surely working the way in. Underneath the basket. Oh, it's blocked. And it's recovered by Akron. Akron now with it. This is Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it beyond the arc. Loses the ball. Gets it right back. Kicks it out here to Scott. Scott with it on the far side. Driving in is Scott. Turning. Looking. Finding Lyles. Lyles for three. That's good. And it's a 1-point game. 16:44 left to go in the first. Again, Texas Tech leading as here we go. We're back. This is Anderson. Anderson with it at the logo. Looking for a teammate. Watts puts his hand up, gets the ball. He's on the near side, the near corner again, going right to left. As Anderson driving in, spinning, half spin. Double teamed, driving in, looking, pump fakes again, puts it up, gets the friendly roll. Good stuff by Watts. That was a really impressive play. And here's Mahaffey moving quickly, going down the court, can't get the friendly roll. Mahaffey looking for a foul. No foul was given. As here's Anderson. Anderson passing to Watts. Watts was about to pass it to nobody in the corner. Back over to Anderson. Anderson back to Watts. Watts with it in the 2-point range, driving in slowly. Looking, kind of a deja vu. Oh, it's tipped this time. Akron sniffed it out. Here is Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it at the logo. Again, going to the near side. Passes over here to Scott. Scott with it as he's driving in. Scott looking, floater's going to be too strong, rebounded by Bam, as now he hands it off to Anderson. Anderson slowly making his way up the court again. 6-3 is your score, a couple of field goals for each team, as Anderson just chilling at the logo again, going right to left. 15-20 and counting, probably going to be in a commercial break very soon. As Anderson driving in, looking, kicks it out, and it's tipped out of bounds. Going to remain with Texas Tech. But yes, there it is. Commercial break, 15-10 left to go in the first. Texas Tech leading 6-3. Let's see here. ESPN is always behind. They are. They're bums. They're a bunch of bums. All right, let's see what's going on in the other game. Again, Kentucky leading 23-21 over Santa Clara. That one looking pretty good. I don't recall who I had in that one. Kentucky, Santa Clara. I picked Santa Clara to win. Pick Santa Clara to win. The 10 over the 7. So, be interesting for sure. Again, let me know how your brackets are doing. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. But still early. Still not even close to halfway done with the tournament. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we are in a commercial timeout. Commercial break. So, yeah, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out in this one. Let's see here. You got Santa Clara, too. UK has been playing good ball. Yeah, totally. Totally, that's kind of why I picked them. I think a lot of people picked them for the name. But, again, they're winning at the moment, so maybe they are. Maybe they are okay. 21-13. That is not good. BYU's loss ruined my bracket because I had them going to the Elite Eight. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's not good. I think all my Sweet 16 teams are still in. Florida, Nebraska, Houston, Illinois. Let's see here. Virginia. Well, again, some of these teams haven't played yet. But yeah, I think every single Sweet 16 team I have is still in. So that's good. That's good. Giving me some hope. So I would say I'm doing all right. But yeah, definitely got some wrong yesterday. Of course, a lot of people did. Not many perfect brackets left. I can actually look it up on ESPN how many brackets are perfect. Let me see if I can find that for you. Let's see here. Perfect brackets remaining only 10,754. And there were millions of brackets. Again, a lot of people making like 5. Some up. I think you can make 5 or 25. I can't remember. I only did the 1, just it's a little more special when you only do 1. I mean, if you get 20, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, like, you had that many brackets. Obviously, it is pretty hard to get a perfect brackets. I don't think it's ever been done, but I don't know. It takes away the fun if you have, like, one of my 25 is still perfect through, day 1. Like, I would hope so. I would hope so. But most likely, most of them are going to be, there might be maybe a few hundred, maybe not even that are still around today. Santa Clara could pull away before halftime. Nice 10-0 run inside 3 mark. Oh, wow. Guess I must have missed it. Well, it's 26-23, but yeah, I got you. All right, we're back. Again, 6-3 is your score as Texas Tech an inbound here. Again, going right to left. Floats it over here to the far side. Crashing inside in the lane. Puts it up. No, it doesn't. Oh, it rolled around. Thought it would go in. It did not. Here's Akron. Akron with it. 15 minutes to go. Here is Johnson driving in. Floater is good. Very nice there by Akron, making it a 1-point game. 6-5. Again, Texas Tech still leading. As here we go. This is Anderson on the far side. Looking around. Anderson floats it away. Here to Petty. Petty for 3. That's good. And it's 9-5. 14-31 and counting as he's driving inside. Puts it up. Blocked. Taken away by Texas Tech. As here we go. This is Atwell. Atwell finding Petty. Petty with it on the near side again, going right to left. As Petty looking around, going to the far side. He's at the logo. Looking, driving, kicks it out for 3. That's going to be short and, rebounded by the Red Raiders. He puts it up and is fouled. And we'll see a couple of free throws as Mosley's going to go to the line, and I'm not sure if I wrote down the right number, because if I did, well, that is not good. He is a 29% free throw shooter. That is not good. Recipes, yes, recipes Chuck Norris. Saw that earlier. That's really sad. All right, there's the first. That one is not good, so maybe the 29% is indeed correct. Saw enough of BYU picked them to lose first round. Oh, wow. You got Kentucky to lose in the next round. Wow. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Mosley, again, not good at the line. 29% free throw shooter. I don't think I've ever seen a number that low. As he does get the second, so there you go. All right, 10-5 is your score. 14 minutes left to go in the first. All right, here we go. This is Scott. Scott with it again, going left to right. As Scott kicks it out here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey hands it off to Young. Young driving in, pump fakes, puts it up. Can't get the basket, but he was fouled. And I believe he'll go to the line for two. And Young pretty good. Again, the opposite of 29%. He is an 82% free throw shooter. So expect him to try to attack the rim. Trying to get those free points. So Young at the line for the first. That one is good. Rip Mean good. I've seen that. I don't think that's true. I don't know. I've yet to see anything like that. I've only seen the Chuck Norris thing. I know a lot of people are saying that, but I'm pretty sure Joe Green's still alive. I don't know where that's coming from. I'd have to look that up, I guess, at half. All right, here is Anderson. Anderson floats it in. Mosley is denied. No, Mosley puts it up again and gets the basket. Good effort by Mosley. Mr. Mosley, not Mosby, but Mr. Mosley is here. Scott to Mahaffey. Mahaffey over here to Kamali. Kamali back over to Scott. Scott with it beyond the arc. Again, they're down by 5 with 13 to go. Scott looking around, driving inside, pivoting, floater. That's good. Nice shot by Scott, making it a 3-point game. 12:55 and counting here in the first. All right, this is Anderson. Anderson with it on the far side, looking for a pass. Now he's going to just chill. Pump fakes. Kicks it out here to Petty. Petty with it at the logo. And looking for a teammate once again. Passes it inside as Anderson passes it out for 3. That's good. Oh, man. Had some pretty good shooting so far here. 15-9 is your score. 12:26 and counting. Here is Scott. Heavy defense by Anderson, finding Mahaffey. There's 2 Mahaffeys, by the way. Mahaffey to Mahaffey. As this is Evan Mahaffey. He's the main one. As Evan Mahaffey spinning, turning, looking. Passes it out to Scott. Scott looking. Jab step. Another jab step. Jab step. Driving in. Fade away. 3. Let's go, man. What a shot. What a shot. Oh, my goodness. That was pretty cool. All right, 15-12 is your score. Again, Texas Tech up by 3. Kicks it out to the corner. Pump fakes. Driving in. Kicks it out to Petty. Wide open 3. That's good. Yeah, the way these guys are shooting, you leave them wide open. They're definitely going to make it. 18-12 is your score. This is Scott. Scott with it at the logo. As he's driving in. Scott looking. In the lane, kicks it out here to Young. Young floating it over here to Kamali. Back over to Scott. Scott driving in. Underneath the basket. Hesitating. Puts it up. Gets the friendly roll again. Just these guys just can't miss at this point. It started off pretty slow, but they are picking it up. 11:07 left to go here in the first. As he passes inside. Oh, and it's off the Red Raider. Going to be Akron ball. And that will be our second TV timeout. Texas Tech up by 4 with 11:02 remaining. That's going USA. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you. Quarter one or half one. I got you. I think you're just probably meaning half there. But you got Texas Tech minus 3.5 for each. Gotcha, man. Good luck. Good luck, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Kentucky is only up 1. Yeah, let me check that. So 26-25. Is your score. Again, that seems to be a pretty good one, but we might have a higher scoring game in this one for sure. These guys, again, can put it up, both averaging over 80 points a game in the regular season. So yeah, definitely some people that can shoot. Let's see if we can find the leading scorer. Scott was 7 points for Akron. Petty was 6. But again, there's some shooters for sure for each team. Bam Boye. I think it's Bam Boye. I think I just need to not say the G. I've been calling him Bam. Bam Boye. Bam Boye, number 9 for Texas Tech. No assists so far for Akron, 2 by Anderson for Texas Tech. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we are at not halftime, commercial break again, 18-14. Pretty solid game. Again, a really slow start to this one. First 5 minutes, I mean, you had 5 combined points? I don't even know if it was that much, but now they're just starting to light it up. Okay, that's probably not true, but these guys definitely weren't making their shots. Now they are. Mean Joe Green is alive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a meme now at this point, because I'm just saying, everyone's saying Mean Joe passed away, but that I have not seen anything like that. I mean, it's not even close. But yeah, there's apparently, I don't know if you guys, probably don't even care, but Abdul Carter changed his number to 3, and apparently Malik Neighbors hated on it, and I kind of agree. Again, he had a nice number 51, but I left a message, or left a comment under Ari Merov saying linebackers are cooler when they wear anything between 50 and 59. That is the most liked reply. People seem to agree. And I am glad people agree, because it is true. I mean, if you wear number 50, linebackers should wear 50 through 59. That's crazy. Another comment, bro went from asking Lawrence for Lawrence Taylor's number for choosing a kicker's number. That is crazy. That is true. He asked for 56. Now he's settling for a kicker number. That is actually wild. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about wearing number 50, or not 50, but 55. That's an intimidating number. You're wearing that as a linebacker. It's okay, this guy's, I don't know anything about the guy, but he's probably really good. There's just something about a number that can make a player for sure. But all right, we're working our way back. 18-14, Texas Tech up by 4. All right, here we go. This is Johnson. Johnson back in the game as he passes here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it beyond the arc. And he passes here to Lyles. Lyles hands it off to Scott. Scott driving in. Stepping back. 3. It's good. And it's a 1-point game. 18-17. These guys can just light it up. Oh, man. All right, 10:38 and counting. Here we go. This is Anderson. Anderson with it beyond the arc. Looking around, and that's a deep 3. That's good. I mean, these guys, they are just hitting everything right now. 21-17. Yeah, I know. I saw that, George. It's horrible. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. As here's Johnson looking around in the lane. Trying to get space floaters. Going to be too strong. Rebounded by Texas Tech. They can only make 3s, I guess. As here we go, this is Watts. Watts looking around, driving inside in the lane. Kicks it back out to Anderson. Anderson with it. He's looking, jab step, driving in the lane, looking, loses the ball, but gets it right back, hands it off to Watts. Watts over there to Atwell. Atwell for 3. That's good. I'm just telling you, these guys, unbelievable. If it's a 3, they'll make it. 24-17. This is Scott with it for Akron. Mahaffey now with it. He's driving in, and he is bumped, and they're going to call a defensive foul. I believe that was on Watts. Oh, my goodness. What is the three-point percentage for these guys? It's got to be over 50% easily. 70. Akron shooting 75% from 3. Texas Tech 71. Unbelievable. That is amazing. There's another 3. That one was way off. Rebounded, though, by Texas Tech. Texas Tech driving on the near side. This is Petty. Petty with it. And he floats it in here to Bamboye looking around, kicks it out here to Watts for 3. That's too strong. Now that I complimented, now they're going to miss their shots. All right, here we go. This is, I think that's Hardman. Hardman with it. Hardman floats it into Lyles. Lyles puts it, doesn't get the friendly roll. Last touch by Texas Tech as it goes out of bounds with 9:03 left to go in the first. Passed away. He was 85 years old. I mean, that's a long time. That's just going to happen. Yeah, that is sad. But yeah, 85. Looks like they're going to take a timeout. Texas Tech taking a timeout. They're up by 7, 24-17. 9:03 left to go. Looks like they're going to challenge it, I guess. So we'll see what results in that. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Santa Clara, by the way, up 31-29 as there's 16 seconds left to go in the first half in that one. So, yeah, that is happening over there. Nothing else happening right now. Should have a few games tipping off soon. Well, actually, that's not the case. I thought it was near 1:30 Eastern, but no, it's going to be 1. Okay, so yeah, 1:35 Long Island, Arizona, then 1:50 Wright State in Virginia. 86, yeah, he was up there in age. That just happens, you know. It's a long time. It's a long time. It's sad though, yeah, of course. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. And if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Again, we're a growing channel, just crossed 7,000 subs. And now, of course, the goal becomes 8,000. And then we'll go to 9,000. And then 10. And then we kind of do increments of 5 at that point, you know. But yeah, I think 10,000 is a good milestone. Then we move to 15 and 20. Yeah, we can do it. We will do it. For sure. Hopefully you guys are here for the ride. But yeah, again, I'm not seeing anything on Joe Green. No, where that's coming from. I don't know if that's just internet meme or not, but online death hoax. Yeah, it was a death hoax. Yeah. What the heck? That is wild. That is weird. Why would that is kind of just odd. I mean, he is up there in age. Joe Green, he's 79 years old. Born in Temple, Texas. That's like, what, 3 hours away from me? It's not too far. I live actually very close to where Ernie Holmes lived in Texas. I'm trying to remember where. Yeah, he passed away in Beaumont. That's not too far. Anyway, again, we're in commercial break, folks. Appreciate you guys for hanging out as we're waiting to see what the verdict will be. Verdict will be for this injury. Looks like they may have taken a point away from Akron. I don't know. I'm seeing on ESPN it's 16-24. That'd be interesting. And we've seen that throughout the tournament in day one. Seeing them take away points or add points. Wow, yeah, okay, well, they did. So they looked at, so they took away a 3 from Scott and made it 2. That is a little odd. So it's now an 8-point game. Yeah, I don't really like this. I get it. I mean, it's the correct call, but, I mean, you should be able to call it on the fly. I don't know about taking away points. Like, can you, obviously there's a lot more possessions in basketball than football, right? But can you imagine, like, they review something, or, they score a touchdown, and then, like, in the third quarter, and then at the beginning of the fourth quarter, actually, we actually reviewed, and we're going to take away those points. Like, obviously it's a little different, but I don't like that. I don't really think that's a good deal. Anyway, here's Johnson with it beyond the arc. Is that the logo driving inside? Bounce pass inside of Mahaffey. Kicks it. Oh, it's going to be tipped, but still with Akron. And Lyles is stripped. He will be fouled and go to the line for 2 shots. And Lyles is a 71% free throw shooter. Chuck and his 2 brothers fought in Vietnam. Young's brother got killed in action, man. Yeah, different people, guys were built different back then for sure. As there is the first 24-17. As Lyles with the second one. That one is, oh, wow, robbed. In and out Burger. Rebounded there by Texas Tech. Scott on the bench, by the way. I don't know why they're zooming in on his face, but it is what it is. Here's Anderson on the far side. Now passes to Petty. Petty with a double team by Akron. And floats it away. It's tipped and intercepted. Intercepted by Akron. Racing down the far side. Kicks it outside. Looking around. Hardman for three. That's short and rebounded by the Red Raiders. They got an opportunity. 2-on-1. Driving inside. Kicks it out. And Atwell's going to slow it down. Atwell back over to Petty. Petty with it at the logo. Just chilling at the logo. Now he's going to drive inside. Step back. Far two. That's good. Good shots. And it's 26-17. 8:01 and counting. Here is Johnson. Johnson with it. Again, down by 9. Largest deficit of the game as Johnson to Mahaffey. Mahaffey, jab step. Looking. Driving inside. In the paint. Kicks it out here for Lyles for three. That's good. And Akron desperately needed that. Makes it a 6-point game. 7:36 and counting. Texas Tech with the ball and the lead. Again, Texas Tech is hot. 7 of their last shots have been made. Double team, though, as Anderson able to find. Oh, it's juggled, and it's corralled by Akron. Akron now with it. Here is Johnson. Johnson beyond the arc. Kicks it out to Lyles. Driving inside. Kicks it out here for three. It's short. Rebounded by Texas Tech. Heavy defense already. As looks like Akron going to press, but they do cross half court. Anderson with it as he's beyond the arc. Just jacks up a three. Why not? That's going to be too strong. Rebounded there by, I believe this is Lyles. Lyles with those. Mahaffey. Mahaffey driving in. Kicks it out here to the other. Mahaffey intercepted. Bad pass. The Red Raiders down the far side. Atwell for three. That's good. Unbelievable. These guys are just impressive. From beyond the arc, Mahaffey kicks it out here to Johnson. He's driving in, looking, hesitating, trying to find a teammate. Bounce pass to Mahaffey. Floater's good. Swish. 29-22. Appreciate you, WP, for tuning in. You're going 2-2. What the heck? All right, well, that is interesting there. Appreciate you, though, regardless, WP, as here's Atwell driving inside, hesitating long, two. That's going to be too strong. And, looks like there's going to be a foul on the rebound by Texas Tech. And that's going to take us to another TV timeout. Texas Tech up by a touchdown. 29-22 is your score with 6:09 left. Go 2-2. 2-2. No, oh, yeah, all right, gotcha, man. Yeah, appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, I was wondering, like, 2-2. I mean, you probably mean Texas Tech, but you never know. You never know. Someone might be just saying 2-2. I've encountered and interacted with a lot of interesting personalities on here, for sure. How's it going, lady? Good to see you. When do the women play? I actually don't know. I know they start today. I just don't know the times. Let me see. See if I can find that. Women's play. I already filled out my women's one today early. Yeah, the women actually have already started. So Duke is up 66-46, and then TCU blowing out. Yeah, pretty much when it comes to women's college, it's going to be like the better seeds are pretty much going to win. Like, I actually filled out. It's pretty much straight chalk. I'm not even going to lie. That's how my bracket went. And usually I do pretty good just by doing that. But, yeah, so they've already started. The women's tournament started today. Earlier, or currently happening, it's at halftime. Santa Clara leading Kentucky 31-29. So that is interesting. A 10-7 at the moment. I did pick Santa Clara to win. We'll see how that goes. How's it going, Julie? Appreciate you for tuning in. Texas Tech is better. You're getting out. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's all good. 2-2. Yeah, Julie giving you a hard time there, WP. It happens. It happens. 2-2. Yep, that is tough. Kentucky down. Yep. Yeah, that looks like it's a good one over there. But we got a good one here. Again, a lot of scoring for sure. Who is 2-2? Hey, you never know. 2-2. I don't know. I'm sure there's 2-2 Atwell. That's a football player. I thought I misspelled. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, no problem, Laney. Appreciate you for tuning in. Again, we're just covering this. We're doing, again, 4 games today. This is game 1 for me. After this, actually, I already forgot. No, it's going to be Utah State Villanova. That should be a really good one. Iowa Clemson, and then Missouri Miami. We're going to be on here all day. Yesterday I did 3. Today will be the only day I do 4 for March Madness. But it looks like we are back again. It's a touchdown game, 29-22. These guys can really light it up from beyond the arc. I mean, they are shooting very well. It has cooled off a little bit. Again, they were both in the 70s earlier from beyond the arc. Akron at 50%, which is still pretty good. Very good. And then Texas Tech, I mean, just outstanding. They have made 6 of 9 from 3, 67%. Yeah, there you go. There's your little 6-7, folks, for you Gen Zers and below. So, yeah, 29-22. We are, I guess, taking our time here from the commercial break. Who's doing the... I'm sure a lot of people are, Michael. I'm sure a lot of people are. Kentucky, Santa Clara. I thought about it, but I'm like, well, I don't know. I covered Akron already once. And I'm like, well, they're a neat story. And I do think it would be a better game, but that one looks like a good game. Again, this one is pretty good as well. Not as close, but definitely a lot of scoring. All right, here we go. We're back in action. This is Johnson here for Akron finding Lyles. Lyles to Scott. Scott driving inside. In the lane, he's bumped and is fouled on the shot. Doesn't get the shot, but will go to the line for a couple. And he is a 78% free throw shooter. Roll Tide, too. I hope that Alabama Texas Tech played it because they are 2 teams they love. Gotcha. WP not liking it. I don't know what happened there. As Julie pulling for Tech. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. As here is Lyles. No, pardon me, Scott's first. That one is good. Making it a 6-point game. Scott, again, pretty good at the line. But that one's in and out. Berger, rebound. Oh, last touch as it goes out of bounds. And, well, there's kind of a delayed call. No one knows. It's going to stay with Akron. Now the Texas Tech bench getting in the face of the referees like, hey, I mean, you sure you didn't get the check? I mean, what's going on? I don't know what's going on there. It's like, do you want to challenge or no? Looks like they're not going to challenge, as Akron will keep possession. Go Nebraska girls. Gotcha. Appreciate you again, yeah, for tuning back in. Again, a 6-point game. Akron going to be inbounding. Here's Johnson. Johnson trying to find Lyles. He does. Back over to Johnson. Johnson with it beyond the arc. Finding Lyles. Lyles driving inside in the paint. Hits it to Mahaffey, who slams it in. No problem. And it's 29-25. 4-point game. 5:39 and counting. All right, here we go. This is Watts. Watts with it beyond the arc. As he's starting to drive inside in the lane, puts it up. He is fouled and will go to the line for a couple of shots. And again, he is a 78% free throw shooter. Pretty good. Washington State Cougars crush Texas Tech football. Did that really happen? I feel like did that happen? I don't know about all that. I don't know. Did that happen? Was that this year? Because Texas Tech made the playoff. He misses the first. Oh, wow. I think Akron can steal this. It's a good game. It'd be an interesting one. I did actually pick Akron to beat Texas Tech. I picked the upset. Got to pick some upsets, and this was one of them. But right now, Texas Tech has the hot hand. They have really shot very well. They have shot very well. He'd have winning for the March Madness men's Michigan. I have Michigan. Ricky now pulling for Acorn. All right, there's the second. That one is going to be rolling out. Didn't get either one of them. Rebounded by Mahaffey. Is Mahaffey driving. Now going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson thought about the 3. In the lane. Floaters. Going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Watts. Watts now to Petty. Petty with it. Driving in the lane. Puts it up. Gets the basket. Nice shot off the glass. 31-25 is your score. 5:03 and counting in this one. All right, here we go. This is Johnson. Johnson looking around. Beyond the arc. Heavy defense. Oh, he loses the ball. It's taken away by Texas Tech. Oh, but they lose the ball. Gets it back. Floats it up. Alley-oop, and he can't get it. But he gets his own rebound somehow. Don't know how. Petty now finding, this is Anderson in the corner. Anderson with it. Floater getting the contact. No bucket, but will go to the line for a couple. Akron needs to turn up the heat right now and finish the half strong. They do. Like, all of a sudden can get 6 rebounds in a couple of minutes. I don't know. I don't know about all that, D. Again, I'm just calling the game. All right, here we go. This is Anderson. Anderson does get the first. Anderson is a 80% free throw shooter. Pretty good. If you're above 75%, that is pretty solid. Roll Tides is WP going with Alabama. That'd be quite the shock if they did indeed win it all. 33-25 is score 8-point game. Here is Scott. Scott over here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it as he hands it off here to Johnson. Johnson looking around, driving inside, looking heavy defense, kicks it out, intercepted by the Red Raiders. Here's Atwell. Atwell hands it off here to Anderson. Anderson loses the ball, gets it back somehow. Here's Atwell again at the logo. 20 to shoot, 4:15 and counting in the first. Passes inside to Watts. He puts it up, rolls in, and gets the foul. The Akron bench can't believe it. It's like, well, I mean, you're just calling everything on this side, but on the other side. That is a little interesting. A lot of Van Wans Mahaffey just looking around. The bench was looking around like, what's going on? As Texas Tech looking to, how can Akron win? Well, they got to play defense. They're not really playing much defense. They're not making the shots anymore. There is the, oh, wow, couldn't make the and one. 25-35. Akron needs this. Here's Young. Deep. Way downtown. That's too strong. Rebounded by Texas Tech. Here's Anderson again. Anderson driving in. Puts it up. Gets the basket. 37-25. 12-point game. And they're going to go ahead and call a timeout. Akron needs a reset. And they'll get one with 3:54 left to go in the first. It was close, but at Texas Tech looking pretty good again. A lot of and one stuff and one opportunities for Texas Tech. Not so much for Akron. A little interesting. Let's see here before Mateer lit up Texas Tech. Oh, gotcha. Again, appreciate you, Julie, for tuning in. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Texas Tech starting to pull away. They have an 8-0 run in the last minute 20. I mean, that's just how quick stuff can happen. And, of course, again, in the other game, which is at halftime right now, Santa Clara 31, Kentucky 29. That is what's going on elsewhere. 2 more games going to be happening within an hour. Long Island, number 16 seeded Long Island, will be taking on Arizona. Arizona probably going to easily handle them, but we'll see. Again, we've had some interesting 1 versus 16 battles already. And then, of course, Virginia and Wright State. That's happening at 1:50 Eastern Time. Zips aren't doing... Yeah, they're not doing well. Yeah. But, yeah, we'll see again, Larry. Again, obviously, a lot of brackets will be busted. My championship picks still in. Usually, they are still in for a while. Last year, I did get Florida right, but I was messed up everywhere else. I was really bad everywhere else, so I just got lucky. Right now, again, this is my percentile. Better than 96% of the average ESPN user. So there you go. We can hope for the best for day 2 here in March Madness. Hope for the best. Hoping for some Akron pushback. Zips have any strengths? I mean, again, they can score. That's their thing. Again, they can play decent defense, but right now they're not really playing that great. But they averaged 88 points a game during the regular season. Obviously, there's questions about the competition. We heard it all about it with Miami of Ohio. Of course, again, Miami of Ohio did beat SMU, which was a definite contender for the field anyway. But obviously, Akron playing a much tougher opponent here today as, again, they got Texas Tech, and, of course, Miami of Ohio is playing Tennessee a little bit later. Larry, again, very happy with Texas Tech. Should be if you're pulling for the Red Raiders, up by 12. Despite how it sounds, Texas Tech actually has more turnovers, believe it or not. They have 5 turnovers, Akron with 3. But a big difference in this one, rebounds. 18 rebounds for Texas Tech. And they're not me-bounds. They're not Angel Reese me-bounds. They are legit rebounds. And only 10 for Akron. So just, again, Akron's got to get bigger. And they got to start making their shots. And they got to start with this possession. All right, Scott taking it down here for Akron. Again, returning to action here with 3:50 and counting. All right, this is now Mahaffey with it. Mahaffey with it on the far side. Hands it off to Scott. Scott with it at the logo. Finding Lyles, back over to Scott. Scott, Mahaffey. Mahaffey, back to Scott. Scott, double teamed, looking. Thinking about driving. Bounce pass inside of Mahaffey. 5 to shoot. Mahaffey going inside. Floaters, good. And it's a 10-point game, 27-37. Again, if you're Akron, you need some stops here, and you got to start scoring. Got to take advantage when they don't score. Texas Tech, I say keep the pedal to the metal. Just jacks up a 3. There's, just short. Rebounded there by Mahaffey, one of the other Mahaffeys. All right, here we go. Mahaffey chilling. Hands it off here to Lyles. Lyles to Young. Young now driving inside, looking, turning around. He finds Lyles. Oh, it's blocked. Out of bounds. Going to stay with Akron. 2:56 left to go in the first. Again, a 10-point game. Mosley with a nice block. Just stuffing it out of bounds. Very impressive. Again, 2:56 and counting. Let's see. Let's get rid of Felipe here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Felipe. You're out of here. Looks like some substitutes there on the Texas Tech part. Rebounded here is Lyles. Lyles going to hand it off to Scott. Scott back over to Lyles. Lyles puts it off the glass. Gets the basket. 29-37. Again, an 8-point game. Was a 12-point game. 2:43 and counting here for Texas Tech and Akron in the first half. Petty with it on the near side. Again, they're going right to left. Bounce pass here to Watts. Watts driving and loses the ball. And it stays with Texas Tech. Same because I have no way to watch the game. Oh, yeah, no. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Lowry, for tuning in. Again, without you guys watching, I'm just talking to myself. So I appreciate you guys keeping me company. As here is Anderson. Anderson with it at the logo. 10 seconds to shoot. Anderson double teamed. Heavy defense. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out. And he is going to be, well, I guess there was a foul. That is tough. Foul with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Not a shooting foul. Not a foul that'll give him an and one opportunity. That was actually only the 5th foul. Bounce pass inside, puts it up, can't get the friendly roll, and then another tip in. Akron saying, what in the world? That they called, so they called a foul. Oh, it's a shooting foul. Okay, I was making sure. That is interesting. All right, so that's going to be 2 shots here for Mosley. Mosley, again, a 29% free throw shooter. Not really good at the line. There's the first. That one's no good. Mosley's struggles continue. Honestly, this might be a really good foul. Mosley is 1 for 3 so far at the line. It's connected to the TV. Gotcha. Here is the second. That one is good. Finding bottom of the net there. 38-29. 9-point game. Akron needing to get something here. Here's Johnson. Johnson over to Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it at the logo. This is Mahaffey just chilling, looking around. Now going to the far side. Mahaffey kicks it out to Young. Young over to Johnson. Johnson with it. Johnson driving inside. Spinning. Turning. Looking. Kicks it out to Lyles. Thought about the 3. Driving in the lane. Pivot. Puts it up. Off the glass. Good stuff by Lyles. 38-31, that's a football score, folks. I desperately miss football. But anyway, here is Anderson. Anderson over to Petty. Petty with it at the logo. Floats it over here. Driving inside is Mosley. Puts it up. Gets the basket. 40-31, 9-point game. All right, here's Akron as Lyles jacks up a 3. That's going to be too strong. They've went cold from beyond the arc. As here is Texas Tech, 122 and counting here to close out the first half. And Texas Tech have made 60% of their threes. Akron, they were at 75% at one point. They have really went cold as Petty floats it inside. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Mosley elbowing a guy in the face. You can't do that. By the way, Akron, 33%. They went from 75%. Of course, again, that's really early in the game to going 0 for 5 in the last, 5 threes. Next game's going to be right after this. Texas Tech Moneyline. Appreciate you, Slayer, for tuning in. Texas Tech looking pretty good as Akron with it with a minute left and counting. 20 seconds on the shot clock. As here's Scott driving inside, hopping around, looking, kicks it out to Young. Young in the lane. Floater, it's blocked. It's tipped up in the air, and it's recovered by Mahaffey. Kicks out to Scott for 3. That's good. They were ice cold, and now ending that drought. Will it be enough? 34 seconds and counting here for Texas Tech, up by 6. Here is Petty. Petty for 3. And that is too strong. And rebounded by Akron. Akron now with an opportunity for the last shot. Here's Johnson. Johnson driving inside. Puts it up. Can't get it. As Akron puts up again. And he is fouled with 15 seconds. And Lyles will get 2 shots, and he's a 71% free throw shooter. I'll tell you what, for how one-sided it's felt, it's only a 6-point game. It's only a 6-point game. You leave it, you keep a team around, it could make you pay. We'll see again in the second half, of course, but Akron showing a lot of resilience and a lot of fight here at the end of the first half. As Lyles Arney with 11 points, averages 14 a game, make it 12 points. As he does make the first 35-40. Again, Lyles, a 71% free throw shooter. Come on, Zips cut down the lead. 31-40 is crazy. Yep. It's 35-40. It's probably a little more crazier now, Julie. But Lyles with his second. That one, in and out Berger. Rebounded there by Watts. They have 12 seconds. They're going to probably just chill. Chill till the end. Anderson with it at the logo. 6 to shoot. 5, 4, 3. Driving inside. Puts it up. And they're going to call a travel with 1 second left. Anderson thought he was a running back trying to lean in for a touchdown. Unfortunately, Anderson isn't on the football team. Akron going to inbound it with 1 second. And the referee's going to get together. Let's go Tech. Yeah, we'll see. Heading home from Waco. Gotcha. Drive safe, Trisk. Drive safe. Referee's gonna look at the clock before. Let's see here. Anderson. He took about 4 steps. Maybe even 5. Looked like it shouldn't be about 2 seconds. I don't know if they'll put up 2 seconds. We'll see. But yeah, it looks like we're in a 1.8 seconds. Okay, so there's that. So Akron will have a chance, a very slim chance to make it a 1-bucket game. I don't think they will, but there's that. By the way, Kentucky Santa Clara has gone back. Kentucky leading 38-37 over Santa Clara with 17:04 left to go in that one. And we will have another tip-off soon. Again, more scores is always good, filling in the gaps for today. As, again, Arizona, Long Island about to tip off in about 10 minutes. Akron with the Hail Mary intercepted. And then taken back by Akron. Somehow puts up the shot, air ball. Well, that was kind of weird. But anyway, that is your halftime score. 35-40. Again, it looks like it really looked like it was okay. I don't know why that didn't happen. What the? Okay, I don't know what just happened. Oh man, that's gonna be annoying. I gotta fix this. I'll spend the whole time now fixing this. Oh, this is so annoying. I don't know why it changed. Okay, there now it's the half. I have to make a whole new thing, I think. Yeah, what the heck, man? All right, well, let's see how that goes. I got to size it. Yeah. Ugh. This is so annoying, folks. I hate this. I got to reset this now. Let's just see how it looks. If I put a second there. That doesn't look too bad. I hate OBS sometimes, man. It lives up to the last two letters plenty of times. So stupid. I hate you. Okay, all right. Looks like we're good. So we'll just do half. HLF. Yes, that's how half is spelled. All right. We are going to go over the stats here. Appreciate you guys again. Julie, appreciate you for tuning in. Trisk, again, safe travels. Hoping for a good game. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, same here. Again, every time I pick a game, I want it to be good. If it's a blowout, it's like, okay, well, good stuff, Delay. You're not growing your channel today. That's really what it is. If it's a blowout, no one cares. No one's going to click on it. But so far, so good. We got a good one. Good one. All right. Akron again. This is the Akron team here. Lyles with 12 points. Johnson with 2 points. Mahaffey with 6. The other Mahaffey, by the way, is here. Again, there's 2 Mahaffeys for Akron. Young with 2 points. Scott with 13 off the bench. He is pretty much taken over for Halligan. I don't think Scott... I thought Scott started the game, but I guess not. But yeah, there you go. Again, they're shooting 39% from the field, 36% from beyond the arc. Only 63% from the line. That is not good, but they'll have to work on that. Rebound 16. Again, it was 10-18, so they out-rebounded Texas Tech 6-2 the last about 4 minutes of the first half. For Texas Tech, Watts with 6 points, Bamboye with 2, Petty with 10, Atwell with 9, Anderson with 7, Mosley with 6. They're shooting 58% from the field, really good. And then from beyond the arc, 55%, again, really good. From the free throw line, 44%. So both these teams really struggling at the free throw line. And, of course, they have 20 rebounds, as mentioned earlier. And, again, what's happening across the NBA college basketball, March Madness, Texas Tech again, of course, in this one, up 40-35 over Akron. And then Kentucky, 46, Santa Clara, 44. I hate you, Delop. I hate you so much. All right, let's see here. Considering everyone, I think Akron should be happy only down by 5. Yeah, for sure. Akron's best player, Johnson, has 2 points. Averages 20-point game. Yes, 20 points a game at 87% from the line. He's really good. He's from Tampa, so I expect him to have a monster second. And we'll see, sports cards. We'll see. We'll see. Again, they definitely, if Akron wants to win, then he's got to get going for sure. He's got to get going. But yeah, again, at the half, we're just pretty much chilling. Appreciate you guys again for hanging out. If you liked any of what you've heard so far, make sure again to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So if you've enjoyed the broadcast, like and subscribe again. If you're a football fan, that is really where the channel's at its best. Make sure to subscribe there. Again, obviously, you probably see the Steelers stuff in the background. I am a Steelers fan, big Steelers fan, always will be a Steelers fan. Not going to apologize for it. However, don't let that fool you. I do cover a lot of other teams. Again, I covered everybody at least once last year, all the NFL teams, everybody at least once. We did a play-by-play for each game. It's not just one stream a Sunday. It's not 2 streams a Sunday. It's at least 3. What do I mean by at least? Well, sometimes there's a Europe game, and we do 4. Now, of course, the quality in the Sunday night game is usually a little bit lower for me, not going to lie. But yes, we do a lot of work here on the channel trying to build this thing up. Again, over 6,000 subs in year 1. Looking forward to how year 2 will be. And yeah, I think, again, this is going to be a great channel for a lot of people. But, of course, again, if you've enjoyed it, make sure, again, to sub. Again, we're going to be covering a lot of college basketball. Even today, again, 4 games. The only time I'm going to be doing 4 games during March Madness is everything else going to be 3. 3 or less, depending, of course, how deep in the tournament. Obviously, in the Elite 8, I think there's only like 2 a day or something like that, or 3 a day, or 4. I don't know. Regardless, I don't know. I guess maybe in the Elite 8 there might be 4. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But anyway, appreciate you guys again for hanging out. Hopefully, again, you have enjoyed the broadcast to where you, again, can leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's see. Hope Johnson gets 18. Yep, we'll see. Chuck Norris passed away. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It is sad. I'm assuming, yeah, mom is sad for sure. Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Yep, they did. They looked very dominant. Steelers America's team, Cowboys America's team. This guy. Yeah, we covered a lot of Seahawks last year. I was very much wrong on the Seahawks. I thought they were going to be bottom feeders. The game I covered them. I covered them, and I ended up covering them. 10 times. Like I'm telling you again, if you're just a fan of football, we cover a lot of stuff on here, a lot of football. But they were 9-1 when I called a game for them. But yeah, the game that made me like, wow, the Seahawks are actually legit was Seahawks Buccaneers. That was one of the best games I had seen ever. I'm not even kidding. 38-35. I think Tampa Bay may have won that one. I think it might have been or maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't recall, but that was a great game. And I was just like, man, this team, they could do something. After I saw that, I was really high on the Seahawks, and I ended up being proven right. But yeah, entering the season, I'm thinking, okay, I actually don't even remember when I had them. Maybe 5-12. I made little YouTube shorts on each team. It was really bad. They were not high on my list, but they ended up. Oh man, they were really good. That was a great game. Let's see. Seahawks won Super Bowl. It can be a long time before they win another one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think, again, if they keep most of their pieces, the problem going into next year is that they're going to lose their offensive coordinator. He went to Oakland, Las Vegas. So, yeah, I do think their offense is going to take a hit. I really do. So, it's going to be up to more of that defense. Can they keep performing at that? Which they probably can for the next few years, but naturally defenses will just decline. That's just how it goes. You know, when you have a really good season, it's the odds of you repeating that are incredibly small. Even if it's a slight dip, that could make all the difference between going and winning the Super Bowl and losing in the divisional round or something like that. So we'll see. But Seattle was very impressive. I was completely wrong, but as soon as I saw them play against Tampa Bay, I'm like, wow, no, legit, this team's good. Of course, I covered Seahawks versus Steelers, and they whipped up on my Steelers, but I wasn't even high. I wasn't really high on the Steelers. Even the doctor is high on. Yeah, Peyton can't show the screen. That is kind of a YouTube rule. I don't know if you've heard of copyright. If you've ever seen any sort of sporting event, they was like, this is copyright, and doing this without the NFL's permission or NCAA's permission is prohibited. There's a reason why they say that. So, yeah, I don't really want my channel taken down. So, I'm sorry, Peyton. Cannot show the screen. I know, again, a lot of Middle Eastern channels do it. Probably funding a lot of terrible stuff over there. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, if you live in the U.S., you're definitely going to get your stream taken down, and then your channel's gone. They, for some reason, get over. I don't know. I think there's conspiracy. I actually think those Middle Eastern channels give like a cut or something to the U.S. I'm not even kidding. I think there's like a little conspiracy why it's allowed for regular season games. I honestly believe that. I'm gonna do some digging. If I'm not suicidal, by the way. So if you see me stop uploading, that's because I started digging and I found the truth that that's like something for they feed money to the CIA or FBI or something. Anyway, Seahawks will win 6-7 games next year. Rams and 49ers both improve this offseason. Yeah, just because they improve, I don't think the Seahawks are going to go down that much. I would. Gun to the head, I'm putting Seahawks in the playoffs for sure. Now, will they win the division? I don't know. I do think, again, I expect a little bit of a decline, but they were really good last year. I can't see them dropping off that much. But we'll see. Again, that's fair. I look forward to, again, Sports Cards, if you're here for football season, man, look forward to talking with you more. Looking forward, again, I can always talk football. I can ramble on, and again, the channel is just a completely different atmosphere when it comes to the NFL. A lot of people in the chat, it's just a better experience. Again, I'm much more knowledgeable in the NFL and football in general. And again, the chat is just flowing and flowing and flowing, and I'm able to get to everybody, or at least 90%. I will miss out on Triskaideka's chats because that's just the way it is. But I do try to get to everybody. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun. Scoreboard update in the other game right now. Let's see. It is Kentucky 48, Santa Clara 42. Arizona Long Island has just tipped off. Arizona's already up by 10, as they've only played 3 minutes. 12-2 is your score in that one. Again, that one probably going to be a legit blowout. I know the other 16-1 games were not the case. This one probably will be. Probably get drafted? No, I am very much no. I mean, what he pulled on the with the Heisman, crying that Mendoza won it, and all that stuff. Yeah, GM just looked at it like, yeah, okay, so you're already a fringe NFL talent at best, like a 7th-round pick, or even like a non-roster invitee, or you undrafted camp arm. No, I don't think anyone's no one's gonna sign him. He'll be lucky to go to the CFL. He will be very lucky to go to the CFL. I'll be shocked. Like, again, like an organization that would probably sign him after the draft would probably be the Jets or like the Browns. Like the typical teams that are just like a dumpster fire. But no serious organization is actually going to give him a look at all. Like, they just took him off. Like, he's off their draft board. Not even on, like, hey, this guy might go 7th round. If he's not, then we'll sign him. Like, he's not even there. He's not even. That's a shame, but what he did just completely ruined his career. What have you missed? I don't know. We're just kind of chilling, hanging out for this game to resume. We're still at halftime. 40-35 again is your score. You can see it right down there. Appreciate you, Lowry, for checking back in. Pavi has to work to improve himself. Great talent. He's got some talent for sure, but I think a lot of people, like, if you don't want all that noise as a backup. Like, you can tolerate it as a starter, if you're producing, but the moment you're not a starter, you're done. And he's not even a starter. So, yeah, he's just done. You expect the Buccaneers to be a lot better this season? I would expect them to as well. We'll see. We'll see. I know I've been very high on Baker and the Buccaneers, but not winning the NFC South this year was really disappointing, and they really crashed at the end. So, we'll see. We'll see what Tampa Bay can do. But I would lean Tampa Bay right now, but I don't know. Atlanta always has a talent, but I never really take them seriously because they have yet to actually. Everyone picks Atlanta because of the talent, but they never actually win the NFC South, or you have it the last 4 or 5 years or something like that. Probably even a little bit longer. I don't think the Panthers will win it. They were a shock to even win it. Now they're going to play a first-place schedule, which is only like 2 or 3 different games, but still, I think they're going to probably suffer because of that. And then New Orleans could be interesting. Let's just say that. New Orleans, I think they can make a play for sure. Yeah. The pirate ship part. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Tampa Bay has a pretty neat stadium. I like outdoor stadiums. I'm an outdoor guy. So already if you're playing outdoors, I like it. But yeah, their stadium is really cool. By the way, Kentucky leading by 4, 51-47 in the second. Again, still at halftime here. Arizona leading 15-4 over Long Island. And again, folks, I'll be covering the Utah State-Villanova game right after this. Going to be a little bit of a break. That'll probably be my longest break of the day, because right after that, Iowa-Clemson. And then we got Missouri-Miami tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow I'll be doing St. Louis, Michigan, Texas A&M, Houston, and Vanderbilt, Nebraska. Those will be the 3 games I do tomorrow. Hopefully I see you guys there. Wanted to do TCU and Duke, but ended up not doing that. But for the most part, I want to try to, like, if I already covered you, I want to try to do that. I want to follow that team. That's the goal. But could not do TCU. There's going to be a scheduling conflict with that one, Duke and TCU. That's really a bummer. I don't know why they did that. That was really rotten what they did. Really rotten. What, Hofstra and Alabama cannot do that. Yeah, Hofstra and Alabama, that will be, yeah, again, Utah State, Villanova. Again, I'll be able to follow along with it, but no, I ended up going with Utah State, Villanova. It would be interesting again pulling for Hofstra. I didn't end up picking them, but I think they are a sneaky team that could do some damage. I know you're in Alabama, but Hofstra was not too bad. But ended up going with Alabama. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, we're just kind of waiting for the second half to resume. Again, if you do have anything you want to chat about, feel free to chat about, talk about down below. Again, I try to interact with the chat as often as I can. The chat will forever and always be a big part of the channel. Always. Always will be. Let's see here. And again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Again, it is free to do so. It says it right up there, I promise you. It is indeed free. Think of it more as a follow. Think of it more as a follow. Arkansas surprise you? I can't remember what happened there. I can't remember. Let me check. Let's see what we got. Where is Arkansas? Am I lost? Oh, I mean, they put up a lot of points. Yeah, they were really always over Hawaii, like 20 points at least every single time. I don't know. Arkansas is pretty good. I mean, again, they have a legendary coach, so they should do well. I don't know where I have them at. Where do I have them going out? Let's see. I don't even know where I have it. Where's Arkansas? I have Arkansas over High Point. I got High Point correct. So I have Arkansas going to the Sweet 16. Oh, wow. I actually have a really risky pick. I'll explain that a little bit later tonight. Let's see. I'll never forget when Alabama was blowing parts. What? And the Super Bowl Pats. Oh, I don't even remember all that, to be honest with you. Alabama in the Super Bowl. I guess I'm a little lost there, Ricky. Any thoughts on him? I mean, he's legendary. Coach Calipari. He's really good. I don't know. He's just really good. I mean, his teams are going to do well. I'm not really knowledgeable. I'll never pretend to be on college basketball. Again, my expertise is with the NFL. Just kind of, again, doing this for one, to keep myself busy, to keep the channel moving and growing. And hopefully, again, gain some more subs. That's kind of the thing with the off season is that, I'm not really a video guy. I don't really know how to edit. I'm not knowledgeable in that department. So live streaming and calling games is my strength. Just not knowledgeable in the editing world. Put Atlanta. Oh, yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, I hated that. I hated that as a Steeler fan. I hated seeing that. The Patriots. Patriots caused so many bad memories growing up. But, yeah, I mean, he's legendary. That's really all I have. I mean, I don't really know. And I'm sorry, that's probably not what you're looking for, but definitely think highly of him, of course. Definitely, for sure. Man, we're still at halftime. Jeez, I mean, I think the college basketball halftime's like 20 minutes or something like that. It's ridiculous. And I am hoping that this game looks like we are about to. So I'm seeing some movement over here on the screen. So in about a minute or two, I think we're going to be back in action, which is great. Because, again, I'm a lost cause at halftime. Let's see here. Kentucky only up by 1 against Santa Clara, 55-54. Again, Santa Clara entered the half with the lead. Kentucky did take it back, but again, only up by 1. Close game over there. Arizona 19, Long Island 6. So there you go. All right, let me get some water real quick, and then we'll be good. I just realized my shirt probably looks like I'm cheering for Texas Tech. Wow. Okay, trying to be as unbiased as I can, but there you go. Pulling for Texas Tech, apparently. The rest of the games today don't involve a red team. Tomorrow I have 2 red teams playing, so I can't wear red at all. All right, we are back. Again, it's a 5-point game. Free throws again. Both teams actually shot really bad, but, we'll see how that progresses or, goes, or happens, what happens in the second half. But, yeah, again, a lot of threes. You like threes? This game has been littered with threes. Now, Texas Tech not as on fire as they were. Akron really went cold before Scott kind of ended the drought of 5 or 6 missed threes. But yeah, I do expect a half to where I expect a half where I see both teams in the 80s. I'm not even kidding. I do think we will see both teams touch 80. I really do. All right, again, it is the second half. Let me go and change it up here. All right, Texas Tech starting it off here. This is Anderson. Anderson with it. Again, they're going left to right, all in white. Akron going right to left. They are in navy. Kicks it out here to Petty. Petty for 3. That's good. Just like that, you start off with a 3. As it's 35-43. 43-35. Johnson with it here for Akron at the logo. Double teamed. Now single teamed here is, I don't know what that even means, as it kicks it out to Lyles. Lyles for 3. That's going to be short. Rebound. Oh, last touched by Texas Tech. Well, they're going to say it was off Akron. Well, that's interesting. Mahaffey pleading his case, but looks like the coach saying he's not going to challenge it. So here we go. Texas Tech with it. This is Anderson on the far side. Again, going left to right. Is looking around. Floats it over here to Watts. Watts to Atwell. Atwell for 3. That's good. And just like that, it's an 11-point game. Timeout, Akron. Man, just a few possessions, and Texas Tech pretty much doubling their lead. So, again, a very quick timeout. 46-35. 19:05 left to go. Again, a timeout, Akron. Not orange. This is orange? It looks red to me. Maybe the color on the screen says, I don't know. I guess it's different. It's definitely red, though. Definitely a red shirt. But, yeah, that's definitely not what Akron needed to start the half. Again, Texas Tech with 2 threes. Santa Clara is taking the lead 59-55, 7:47 left to go in that one. Arizona 24, Long Island 12. And it looks like Wright State and Virginia, they are 0-0 with 2 minutes in that game. Wow, that's interesting. Virginia notorious for some early exits. FK pulling for Tex. Appreciate you again for tuning back in, FK. Good to see you. Let's see here. The check on that, I guess, after the game. Again, yeah, timeout. Again, we just came back, and yet Akron called a timeout after allowing 2 threes to start it. You just can't do that. Again, Texas Tech had shown that when they're hot, they are hot. You got to get a hand in their face. They're leaving people open, and the Red Raiders are making them pay. Raider rides the black horse on the field. I guess I've never seen that before, but yeah. You know, college is just a better atmosphere. It is. I do enjoy it. I've really gotten involved with the college game. Virginia now on the board, 2-0, 17:25 left to go in the first. Arizona 24, Long Island 12. Long Island, can't speak. Santa Clara 59, Kentucky 55. Can't believe they called timeout like that. Like, again, I guess they should have challenged it. I mean, Mahaffey was pretty adamant that the ball was touched by Texas Tech. Coach didn't challenge. Allows a 3 on the ensuing possession, then calls a timeout. If you're going to, you should have just challenged it. That way you would have kept possession, kept your timeout. Not really good job there by the Akron coach, in my humble, unbiased opinion. Should ride a red horse? Yeah, I don't know if that's really possible. I don't know what the I don't know if painting a horse red is, I don't know, maybe it is allowed. I don't even know if it is. I'm just assuming in today's world you can't paint a horse red. Got a Texas Tech, Ida Roulette. Appreciate you, Raphael, for tuning in. Texas Tech looking pretty good. 46-35. So you see what's up with soccer. The only soccer news I know is that the MLS is going to do a shortened season, I think, in a few years to catch up to the European schedule. But we're back in action. Johnson with it. Johnson to Lyles. Lyles driving inside, spinning around, floats it up. And Lyles gets it back. Somehow, and it's ripped away. Petty being petty with it. Petty kicks it out here to Anderson. Anderson floating to Watts. Watts pump fakes. Gets the call. Doesn't get the buckets. And Watts will go to the line for two. Looks like the timeout didn't do anything. And again, you can't like what you're listening to if you're an Akron Zip fan. I mean, that is just not good. You're not taking care of the ball. Watts going to be at the line. He's a 78% free throw shooter as he makes the first. 47-35, 18-44 left to go. The Champions League, I have not seen what happened in the Champions League. There is the second. That one is good. 48-35, 13-point game. All right, here we go. This is Scott. Scott over to Lyles. Lyles looking for a teammate. Finds one in Scott. Scott driving inside, looking. Puts it up off the glass. Gets the basket. Again, Scott, pretty good. Scott has played the best out of all the Akron Zips. Unfortunately, not many else have. As here we go. This is Anderson. Anderson on the far side. Going left to right. Passes inside here. Bounce pass to Bamboye to Watts. Watts can't get the friendly roll, but it's rebounded by Bamboye. Last touch, though, as he lost control by Bamboye. It's going to be Akron ball. Again, Bamboye came crashing in. Everyone else was just looking at it for Akron. Like, it's Bamboye playing hard. Texas Tech playing harder than Akron. That is not what you want to see. Usually it's the other way around, with the smaller school playing harder, but no. And a lazy pass. Akron very fortunate to get it back. Mahaffey to Scott. Scott with it beyond the arc. 10 left to shoot as Scott driving in and loses the ball. Finding Mahaffey, though. Kicks it inside to Lyles. Lyles puts it off the glass. Can't get the basket. He was fouled. And we go to the line for two. He needs to make both. Let's see there. Guess they could dye the horse's hair red when you better get ready for professional. I don't know. Women dye their hair. Can horses need to dye red? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what all the rules are. Personally, I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't really, it's whatever. Don't want to see the horse die, though, I guess. There is the first. That one is good. I'm sure it's fine, though. I'm sure it's fine. But I know the PETA will be all over him for sure. PETA. And not Peter Malak. There's the second. That one is good. 48-39. It's a 9-point game. 17:43 left to go in the second. As here we go. Texas Tech with it. Kicks it out of the corner. Atwell for three. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by Akron. And there's going to be a foul on Watts. So Watts picking up his second foul. Again, Akron down by 6 of that. They worked it to cut it to 6, and all of a sudden it's been all Texas Tech here to start the second half. They need to get something going. As this is Johnson. Johnson with it at the logo. Driving to the far side. Johnson looking around. Driving inside. Pump fakes. Kicks it out to Scott. Scott with it way beyond the arc. Finding Lyles. Lyles back over to Scott. Scott double teamed. Thinking about it. Driving in the lane, puts it off the glass, gets the baskets. 48-41, 7-point game. 17 to go here in the second, as here is Anderson. Again, Anderson at the logo as he's beyond the arc, looking for a teammate. Anderson calling for somebody. No one responds. Finding Watts. Watts with it at the top of the free throw line as he pump fakes, puts it off the glass, gets the easy bucket. And it's 50-41. How's it going, Sean? Good to see you. 50-41 is your score. Texas Tech with the lead. Akron with the balls. Johnson driving in, looking, puts it off the glass, and gets the basket. All right, these guys are making their shots at this point. That is good. We got to see some defense, though, if you want a close game. Again, a 7-point game. with 16-15. Heavy defense, but Texas Tech able to break out of it. Here we go. Kicks it inside. Bounce pass. Watts puts it up and gets the easy bucket. It's a 9-point game, 52-43. Here's Johnson. Johnson, taking a bump, but still with it. Johnson on the far side, driving in the lane, looking around. Floated, kicks it out to Mahaffey. Mahaffey for three. Too short. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson with it on the far side again, going left to right. Anderson to Watts. Pump fake. Driving in the lane. Hesitating. The ball's loose, but it's recovered by Anderson, keeping it with Tech. 15 seconds left to shoot. Jab step. Cutting inside. Kicks it out here to Watts. Watts with it. Slowly working his way in. Slowly but surely. He's tipped away. Stolen by Akron. Akron racing down. This is Johnson. Johnson going to turn around. That was interesting. As Johnson now with it beyond the arc. I don't know if he didn't trust himself or whatnot. As Johnson drives to the bucket. Puts it's blocked. Maybe that's why he didn't trust himself. As Mosley with a huge block. We're going to see a TV timeout. 52-43. Should score 15:07 left to go in this one. Is that a horse of a different color? I don't know. Pittsburgh. What this guy? Cross. Cross just yapping. Cross is yapping over here. Cross taking advantage of free speech. I guess that's good for you, man. The over total in this game. Appreciate you, Thomas, again for tuning back in. What is the over, just out of curiosity? ESPN, it was 154. Let's see here. Solid black. Yeah, I think a black horse with red hair would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty neat. Never blew out. Remember the draft order. Draft order is going to be randomized 1 hour before the draft. No one is going to know until that Tuesday evening. Yeah. I know you're putting a lot of effort there, so hey, there's a lot of expectations now on you, because I'm not really much of a fantasy baseball guy. I'm an expert in fantasy football. Like I'm just that good. Just that good. But interesting. Yeah, no, it's going to be randomized about an hour before the draft. You want a close game? Yeah, I want a close game too. Tell me, again, just kiss the rings, Cross. I don't know what you want. Kiss the rings. Again, if you're like, that was so long ago. Well, I've actually grown up and seen the two Super Bowls. I've seen two of them. Again, the Pirates, are they the Cleveland Browns of the NFL? Yes, they are. I'm not going to really disagree there. But again, our standard with the Steelers is average. That's our worst. Our worst is everyone else's average. So now, like I said, Cross, good stuff on the free speech. I'm really proud of you. All right, let's see. Santa Clara down by 3. Kentucky is taking the lead once again, 67-64. Arizona up by 11, 29-18. Wright State up 16-13 on Virginia. Unbelievable. Virginia, I don't know what it is with them, but it's not every year, of course, but Virginia always seems to lose early, especially as of late. It's Bush League. Its skin would die. Okay. All Pittsburgh pro teams are awesome. Who's talking about Pitt basketball here? Okay. Pitt fans don't even care about Pitt basketball anymore. Yeah. Pitt has been, ever since Jamie Dixon left, he went to TCU, they have done nothing. It's fine. I don't care. No one cares. I'd like to see him do good, but it's I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. No one cares. You seem to care more about Pitt basketball than I do. All right, we are back. And again, it's 52-43 as, again, Akron coming out a little bit slow, but maybe finding their form here as they're hitting shots. But again, it's been a lot of offense, not much defense. Coach there and Anderson for Texas Tech, they're just having a heated discussion. All right, again, a 9-point game, 15:07 left to go. Akron going to be inbounding. Here's Lyles. Lyles hands it off to Johnson. Johnson with it in the lane. Kicks it out to Lyles. Lyles jab step. Looking around. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson, 7 to shoot. At the logo. Finding over here to Scott. Scott for three. That's good. It's a 6-point game, folks. That's what it was at the half. So maybe, just maybe, Akron can do something. 52-46. Anderson with it at the logo. Covered there by Young. Kicks it out here to Petty. Petty with it. Petty now finding Watts. He's been a huge playmaker here for Texas Tech. Just scoring buckets. Kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson to Atwell. Atwell driving inside. Puts off the glass. Gets fouled. And Akron just putting their hands up in disbelief. So it looks like Atwell going to go to the line for 2 shots. He is an 84% free throw shooter. Pretty good. Let's see. Lasar died here for your see. There is the first we actually missed. Pittsburgh versus Stellar Sports City. High on Pittsburgh, not based on competition. You are a homer. High on Pittsburgh, not based on competition. I mean, I don't know. Again, like Pitt basketball, they're bad. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. I have no say in the matter. They do make the second. Like, I want them to do good, but like, okay, like they're bad. I get it. But picking out Pitt basketball out of Pitt sports is ridiculous. Like, that's like the bottom of the barrel. All right, here's Johnson. Johnson with it beyond the arc, looking around, kicks it out here to Young. Young with it, finding Johnson. Johnson driving inside, looking around. Underneath, puts it up, and can't get it. Looks like it's rebounded by Texas Tech, and there is going to be a foul as Watts is fouled again. Maybe more of a sell, John Mahaffey, not liking it. Again, a 7-point game, 53-46. Kentucky again down. Wow, that game is back and forth. Santa Clara 68, Kentucky 67. And Arizona 34, Long Island 18. Wright State again 16-13. That game still in a commercial break. All right, here we go. This is, again, Anderson. Anderson to Petty. Petty with it at the logo. Floats it up to Watts. He puts it in, no problem. 9-point game, 55-46. Here we go. This is Scott. Scott with it. Hands it off to Mahaffey. Mahaffey to Scott. Scott looking around. Finding. Haven't seen him in a while. That's the other Mahaffey. That's right. It's Scott. Oh, loses the ball. He was bumped. Looking for a foul. No foul. Texas Tech racing down. Anderson loses the ball. Gets it back. An easy slam for Tech. 57-46. 13:08. Floats in here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey floaters. Good. 57-48. 9-point game. Here we go. This is Anderson. Anderson with it. Going left to right. Mahaffey just chilling at the logo as Young is with it. Going to the far side. And bounce pass inside. Puts it up. Gets the basket. 59-48. As here's Johnson. Johnson just quickly driving inside. Passes inside to Mahaffey. Puts it up and gets the friendly roll. 59-50. So Mahaffey again will go to the line. This is the other Mahaffey. Eric Mahaffey is a 75% free throw shooter. Let's see. Has a good pickleball team. Yeah, I guess so. Stars with the following. Sidney Crosby. Sidney does play. But anyway, yeah, I mean, no team. I don't think, I mean, if you want to find a team there, Cross, again, I appreciate the free speech, but I'm getting a little annoyed, so we might just mute you soon. But find me a team that's been consistently good for their whole history, other than the Yankees. And even the Yankees have been mid. Like, again, like, there's nobody that has been consistently competing for championships their whole existence. Like, yeah, I mean, you have to be a kid. I mean, if you're an adult thinking that way, then I'm really concerned. 8-point game, Texas Tech 59, Akron 51. Here is Anderson. Anderson with it at the logo, finding Petty. Back over to Anderson. Petty with it again, driving the lane. Puts it up. It's blocked. And it's going to be going out of bounds. Last touch by Texas Tech. Texas Tech pleading their case. but it looks like they will not win it. Finian going with Akron. Autumn going with Tech. Appreciate you, Julie, for tuning back in. Appreciate you guys again for hanging out. Here we go. This is Scott. Scott with it at the logo again. 12 to play. Going right to left as he passes inside. Lyles puts it off the glass. He is fouled. And we'll go to the line for a couple. He's a 71% free throw shooter. Looks like we're going to go to a TV timeout. Again, an 8-point game. Akron with a chance to make it a 6-point game whenever we do come back. All right. Santa Clara 70, Kentucky 68, Arizona 34, Long Island 18, Wright State 17, Virginia 13. Oh, my goodness, Virginia. Maybe I'll be a Steeler fan? Yeah. Same to be a Twin Viking fan. The guy cheerleader. Yeah, I know that's crazy. That is wild. Dodgers, Duke, Kansas. Oh, wow. He is a bandwagon. Okay, that's fantastic. So there's no loyalty there at all. One of the upset for my bracket bet, I think it was stupid. You're talking about with Akron? Yeah, I actually did pick Akron too. This was, again, I thought Akron could do. Again, it's still doable. Again, still looking pretty good in my bracket, better than 96%, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. I think it's going to start taking some hits here. But yeah, I did pick Akron over Texas Tech. Thought it'd be a good game, and so far, again, it is. But Akron, I don't know, they're just not playing good defense when it comes down to it, and they have went cold plenty of times. They have went cold a lot. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe to the channel. It is free. Free as can be. Let's see here. Or an Eagle. Eagle? You talking about the Eagles? I mean, that would be a bandwagon team, too, I guess, now with all the winning. But they did lose out first round, so I don't know. Alabama, yeah, this guy. You're a kid. You have to be. You're from Philly. You don't cheer for any of them. Okay. Okay. This guy. Go Tech. Again, appreciate you, Autumn, for tuning in. Looking pretty good for Texas Tech. It really much is. Santa Clara is up by 2 with 24 seconds to go. Unbelievable. I did pick Santa Clara, but I don't know. That'll be interesting. We'll see. I don't know who has ball or anything. Can't see that part. Every team nowadays are the Eagles. Non-offensive. Oh, gotcha. All right, we're back again. It is an 8-point game, and we have some free throws here for Akron. Looks like, again, it's going to be Amani Lyles at the line. He is a 71% free throw shooter. Live and die by the three. Whenever they shoot over 40%, they average 86 points a game. When they shoot anything below that, they average 68 points a game. So, man, that is definitely quite the difference. All right, again, Lyles at the line. Looking to cut the deficit. And there is one. 59-52. Akron looking pretty tired on the bench, just looking on, wide-eyed, no emotion. Makes both of them. It's a 6-point game. Again, this was the deficit at half, so we'll see again how it's going to go from here. Akron maybe putting a little bit more effort on defense, half-court press, as Anderson beyond the arc, looking around, finding here. This is Byron. Byron checking into the game for the first time. And back over to Atwell. Atwell to Anderson. Anderson for three. That's good. And it's a 62-53 lead for Texas Tech. All right, here we go. This is Scott. Scott with it to Mahaffey. Mahaffey looking around. Kicks it out here to Lyles. Lyles to Young. Young driving in. Floater. Oh, it's air ball. Rebounded, though, by Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it. Kicks it out to Lyles. Jab step. Cutting inside. In the lane. Puts it up. He is fouled. And we'll go to the line for another pair of shots. Your picks going so far? Pretty good. good so far. Today might be a little different. Santa Clara, UK, Kentucky, they are tied at 70. Oh, no, Santa Clara's just taking the lead with 1 second left. The game is over. Santa Clara, no, Kentucky just tied it to go to overtime. Unbelievable. That is crazy stuff. 73 all. They are going to overtime. Unbelievable. Jeez, that is crazy stuff. That is wild. You pick High Point, yes. You got it right, but I'm from Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Wisconsin fans because of the Brewers and Packers. Yeah, I haven't seen one of them since yesterday. Since the end of yesterday. Anyway, there is the first 62-54. Unbelievable. Santa Clara, Kentucky. You probably will switch over again. Come on back whenever that game is done. That is crazy. Going to overtime. Unbelievable. Texas Tech, by the way, coach is talking with the referees. No idea what's going on. Unbelievable. Just a lot of stop and go. Just a lot of discussion by the referees right now. Lyles now with his second shot. That one's good. All right. 62-55. No, I can't drop this game. All right, here we go. Watts back to Anderson. Anderson with it on the far side. Getting going left to right. Anderson finding Watts. Watts back to Anderson. Anderson to Atwell. Back to Anderson. Anderson looking around. Bounce pass inside to Watts. Watts in the lane. Puts it up and gets the baskets. Again, Watts is just... He's been automatic. He's got 14 points. All right, here is Young for Akron. Yeah, he kicks it out to Mahaffey. Oh, bad pass. Tipped away, though, by Texas Tech. But Young does get it back. Young driving inside. Hands it off to Lyles, who gets the easy buckets. 64-57. 7-point game yet again. 10-27 and counting in this one. Again, Texas Tech has pretty much had this lead pretty much for the entire time. 6 points or above. Anderson with it beyond the arc. Looking around. Just chilling on the near corner. Now hands it off to Watts. Watts with it, 7 to shoot. Watts driving in. Pushes Young, and Young goes down. So that's an offensive foul. No commercial break, so that's good to see. So it looks like it'll stay again here, and Akron will have the ball. Kentucky, it's a miracle. Yeah, I can't believe that. I was watching the time tick down. I saw 0, and they were up by 3, and then Kentucky ties it up. All right, this is Scott. Scott with it again, going right to left. 7-point game. They need something. This is Hardman. Hardman back over to Scott. Scott with it again at the logo, going right to left. 10 to shoot. Looking around. Deep 3, way downtown. That's going to be short. Touched in. Oh, what a play. And he was fouled. What a play by Eric Mahaffey. The other Mahaffey. Maybe I need to call the regular Mahaffey the other Mahaffey, because that was a really impressive tip-in, and he was fouled. We got an and-one opportunity for Akron. I have Santa Clara too. I have Santa Clara in that one. All right, we'll see again. Well, it looks like there was a brief timeout because everyone's on the bench. Again, 64-59. Haven't seen the game this close in a while. 5-point game. Oh, wow. Okay, so Watts has just fouled out. There's no way. Wow. Wow. Watts is done, and he has been dominant today. That's going to be tough. That is going to be tough. So Watts fouls out with 14 points. Again, he had been pretty much automatic. You give it to Watts, he's gonna put it to the basket, get it to the basket and make it, of course. That is huge. So Texas Tech will have to survive without him with 9:42 left to go. Up by 5, potentially only up by 4. He makes the free throw. 64-60. Watts will have to look on. Can his teammates pick him up? Here is Anderson. Anderson with it. Floats it around here to Mosley. Mosley will see a little bit more action here now as Anderson just chilling way beyond the arc. Anderson driving in. Stepping back. Kicks it out here to Brian. Brian driving in. Looking around in the lane. Pump fakes. Heavy defense by Mahaffey. Bounce pass inside to Atwell. He puts it in. No problem. 66-60. Atwell, again, he's been another guy that's made a lot of his shots. He's 5 for 8 from the field. 15 points. 6-point game. Johnson with it here for Akron. Again, going right to left. Kentucky is taking the lead 75-73 in that one. Here's Lyles. Lyles with it to Johnson. Johnson back over to Young. Young back to Lyles. Lyles inside. Oh, the ball's stripped. It's on the ground, and it's going to be, well, it might be a jump ball, and it's ripped away. Texas Tech still with it. Atwell to Anderson, who jacks up a 3. That's too strong. Rebounded. Last touched by Akron as it goes out of bounds. That is tough. Going to stay with Texas Tech. Lyles just losing the ball. Ball's on the ground forever. Then Akron decided to come in and try to get a jump ball because it would be their possession. But no, couldn't quite secure it. And Texas Tech still with the ball. 8:39 left to go in the second. Again, a 6-point game. Pretty good game here. All right, Brian going to inbound it here to Anderson. Anderson with it at the logo. Just chilling. Chilling like a villain on the coverages. Kamali, hasn't seen him in a while. Anderson with it on the far side again, going left to right. Anderson pulls up a 3. That's too strong. Rebounded by Kamali. Kamali hands it off here to Scott. 6-point game, 8-18 and counting. Akron needs some points. Scott with it beyond the arc. Driving inside. Kicks it out here to Mahaffey. Back over to Scott. Scott driving the lane. Turning. Shooting. Fade away. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Kamali. 10 to shoot. Finding Mahaffey. Mahaffey to the other Mahaffey. Driving in. He puts it up. Oh, it's blocked. And he was fouled. And Mahaffey is down holding his ankle. That's never good. Looks like we'll see a TV timeout as Texas Tech leads by 6. Akron will be at the line for 2. Whenever we do come back, 66-60. This one pretty darn good. Another game that's probably better. Santa Clara 79, Kentucky 79, Arizona 51, Long Island 25. Wright State and Virginia tied at 26. Oh my goodness, Virginia, why? What are you doing? Why do you consistently do this? That is wild. How's it going, Larry? Good to see you. Yeah, Texas Tech. So one of their players, their main player, Watts, and he's not their main player, but he's been their guy today. He is fouled out. So Texas Tech is down one of their key players for the remainder of the game. And that will be a killer. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for keeping me company. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. It is free. It says so right up there. And I promise you that's not clickbait. Again, we're trying to get to 50 likes. 50 likes is my target for non-football games. I'll take that any day. So I appreciate you guys. We're at 45. So that is awesome. Again, thank you very much. And again, subscribe to the channel. It is free. Again, more of a football channel, but again, we cover a bunch of different things here on here, obviously, like March Madness. So make sure to subscribe. It is free. Tech up by 6. Yep, they are up by 6. We'll see. Got a feeling Akron to come back, but Autumn saying Texas got this. I appreciate you, Larry. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, again, I know there's a lot of people going to go back and forth there. Kentucky has taken a 2-point lead, 81-79 over Santa Clara. 1:12 left to go. Wright State has just taken the lead, 29-26. A lot of close games except for Arizona and Long Island. That is not a close game. Again, appreciate you, Larry. Again, you are a legend. Appreciate you. Again, we're a growing channel. We are. Again, just crossed 7,000 2 nights ago. We are a growing channel. Man, this has been it's been fun though. It's been a fun one. All right, let's see what we got here. Texas Tech getting in foul trouble and three's not dropping. Yep, it's potential. It could happen, sports cards. Victor's got Akron plus 7.5. Right now, you're looking good. We'll see, though, Victor. Appreciate you for tuning in. Santa Clara, they're showing the end of regulation where they went up by 3 with 2 seconds left. And then Kentucky, just a deep three. I can't believe he made that shot. Kentucky is now up by 4 with 50 seconds left. It's looking like Kentucky may be moving on. Wow, that is crazy. All right, we're back again. We should see some free throws here in the form of Eric Mahaffey, who's a 75% free throw shooter. Again, Akron needs both. Again, they need to take advantage of the fact that Watts has fouled out. He had been a huge weapon for the Red Raiders. As Mahaffey, again, is 75% free throw shooter. You need to make these. He makes the first. 5-point game. Mahaffey again trying to make it a 4-point game to match his jersey number. Again, this is Eric Mahaffey. The main one, Evan Mahaffey, has been pretty good as well, as that is good. 4-point game, 66-62. Petty with it with 7:55 and counting. All right, Petty at the logo. He's just going to drive to the basket, puts it up. He is fouled. Eric Mahaffey with the foul, and Petty will go to the line for a couple. And he is a 79% free throw shooter. Petty pretty solid at the line. Let's see here. What do we got? Wright State still up by 2. Kentucky still up by 4. Looks like they're in a commercial break. He misses the first. Petty missing it. Arizona's up by 24. That one again just... yeah, that was pretty much destined to happen. There's the second. He missed it, but they're going to call. Wow, the Texas Tech coach smiling. Looks like the referee's saying, no, that didn't happen. That is a little odd. Akron coach not happy. Wow, that is pretty crazy. They're going to, yeah, anyway, that was weird. He does make the second, making it a 5-point game. A little bit of controversy here. The commentators ripping the scores table. They blew the horn when they shouldn't have. 67-62. This is Johnson. Johnson with it, the logo, as he finds Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it on the near side, beyond the arc, finding Johnson. Johnson with it. Looking around, back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey back to Lyles. Lyles to Scott. Scott beyond the arc. Looking around, 8 to shoot. 7:25 and counting as Scott drives inside in the lane. Kicks it out to Lyles. Lyles, wide open 3. That's too strong. Rebounded by Atwell. Atwell to Petty. Petty with it. Floats it inside to Mosley. Slamming it inside. No problem. 69-62. It's a touchdown game. 7:07 and counting. Here is Scott. Scott with it beyond the arc. Looking around, finding Johnson. Johnson on the near side again. They're going right to left. As Johnson at the logo, passes to Lyles inside. Lyles puts it up off the glass, gets the easy basket. It is a 5-point game once again. 69-64. Here is Anderson. Floats it over to Petty. Petty with it now at the logo as he thinks about driving inside. Now will hesitate. Petty covered by Lyles. Lyles arms outstretched. Petty finding Anderson beyond the arc. 7 to shoot. Anderson driving. Floater is good. 71-64. Back to a touchdown game. 6:18 and counting. Here we go. This is Scott. Scott with it as he it's intercepted. Bad pass. And now it's with Petty. Petty floats to Anderson, who is fouled. And Mahaffey can't believe it. That's going to be his 4th. And Anderson will go to the line, and he is an 80% free throw shooter. Bacon wrapped, cream cheese stoked, smoked chicken thighs. Wow, that really does sound good, honestly. Jeez. Bacon is smart. Yes, it is. Bacon's really good. I will say, everyone loves bacon. Overrated, but it's really good. I know that will make people mad. What? You don't like bacon? I just said it was really good. But everyone loves bacon. And because that's the case, based on flavor, based on how much you get, overrated. There you go. There is the first, as he does make it an 8-point game. 72-64. Eric Mahavy going to check out for a little bit. Again, he's at 4 fouls, so he's seen a lot of action here. But he may be not finishing the game. All right, 73 as he makes the second. 9-point game. All right, here's Johnson. Johnson with the logo. He's looking around. Kicks it out to Evan Mahaffey, the main Mahaffey. Johnson to Lyles. Lyles underneath. Double team. Lyles puts it up. Can't get it. And it's rebounded. Oh, no, it's stolen away by Akron. Johnson with it now. Kicks it out to Young. Pump fakes for 3. Short. Rebounded by the Red Raiders. 9-point game. Here is Anderson. Anderson with it. Floats it back over to Anderson. And now there's going to be a timeout. Texas Tech, 5:29 left to go. Texas Tech up by 9. It's the best. I mean, it's good. Hot take. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Again, it's more for bang for your buck. Bang for your buck. I mean, again, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's overrated. Everyone says it's the best, and that's just not true. That's what overrated means. It's like people saying Ben Roethlisberger is overrated. Who says Ben Roethlisberger is great? No one really does. He is underrated, if anything. So that's where it is. That's where I rate it. I properly rate it. It's really good, but it's overrated. It's properly. It should be again good. It's not great. That's just the way it is. Take on bacon is kind of crazy. Again, I just think it's good. It's really good, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. Bacon is life. Yeah, no, it's not actually. It's really good. 3 field goal game. Yep. Need some kickers here to make it to get it close here for sure. You get sick when you eat pork a lot. It's weird. I mean, pork is good. It's all right. It's not my go-to. I like beef chicken. Pork would be my third. All right, looks like, let's see. Kentucky has indeed won. Kentucky over Santa Clara, 89-84. So I'm 0 for 1 on the day, I can tell you that much. All right, we are back again. Texas Tech with the ball. How's it going, Orville? Mahomes is great. He is pretty darn good. Texas Tech alumni there. All right, here we go. Let's see. Floats it over to Petty. Petty with it again, going left to right now, finding Anderson. Anderson with a jab set. Now to Petty. Petty with it. He's looking around. Now he's at the logo. Bounce pass to Anderson's driving inside. He puts it up. Doesn't get the roll, but it's still recovered by Texas Tech. Puts it up and gets the basket. 75-64. 5:08 left to go in this one. Finding Mahaffey. Mahaffey to Lyles. Lyles down to Johnson. Johnson finding Lyles. Oh, bad pass tipped away. Intercepted. Texas Tech with the fast break, and it's good. 77-64. Texas Tech might be pulling away as Akron calls a timeout with 4:51 to go. That is brutal. That is brutal for the Zips. You love football too? Oh, yeah. No, they're good. Short beef ribs? Yeah. You hate Kentucky. Well, they just won. So I'm 0 for 1 on the day. That's not good. I'm going to start seeing my percentage drop. So that is no bueno. Akron not looking good. I'm going to be wrong on that. Oh, well. Kentucky got lucky. Guess it better be lucky than good. Yep, I guess so. That was a crazy shot to put it overtime. Let's go Chiefs. Yep. Well, not really, but I know DJ and Orville are big Chiefs fans. Kentucky and North Carolina fading powers. Maybe. Go Tech. Appreciate you, JR, for tuning in. Looking pretty good. They're up by 13. Got 54. Nice. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you again. As here we go. We're back. Johnson to Lyles. Lyles hands it off here to Scott. Scott with it. Again, an 11-2 run in the last 3 minutes. Akron got close, but it is just not happening. As here is Mahaffey with the floater. That's going to be good. Not good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Akron. Oh, my goodness. And again, Akron kind of just crumbling before our very eyes. Again, they brought it within 4. But it seems like Texas Tech has got their hold on the Zips. As here we go. This is Anderson. Anderson kicks it out to Petty. Petty with it at the logo. Looking around is Petty. Step back 3. That's good. Oh, that might be the dagger. 80-64. It's a 16-point game. Here is Scott. Scott to Mahaffey. Mahaffey inside of Lyles. Lyles looking around. Bounce pass inside. Nice pass to Young, who does put it away cleanly. 80-66. 3:50 left to go in the second half. All right, here we go. This is Petty. Petty driving in. Long two. That's good. Oh, my goodness. That was just unfair. Back to a 16-point game. Here we go. This is Lyles. Lyles going to hand it off here to Scott. Scott with it. Trying to find a teammate. He does not. Still with it. 3:23 and counting as Scott drives inside. Looking for a teammate. Bounce pass. Oh, and it's taken away. Intercepted. Scott can't believe it. As Atwell floats it back to Petty. Petty just going to chill. Texas Tech have scored on their last 8 possessions. Oh, a steal by Mahaffey. Mahaffey hands it to Young. Pulls up a 3. That's short, and it goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Texas Tech ball. Timeout with 3 minutes to go. Texas Tech looking like they will move on to the round of 32. Let's see here. What do I got? Virginia's also losing by only by 1. Let's see how that's looking. All right. Wright stayed up by 5. 43-38. Unbelievable. Arizona all over Long Island. That's at the half. 53-29. No other game has started yet. Next game will start in about 12 minutes. Tennessee State and Iowa State. 15 versus 2 there. Kentucky play the winner of what? Let's see. That's actually a good question. We'll see what we got here. Kentucky will play. They'll play the winner of Iowa State and Tennessee. Or Tennessee State, that is. So probably Iowa State. Dagger, yep. Which Miami? Miami plays Missouri tonight. Miami of Ohio plays Tennessee. They give you full payout. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Some games are just better to get into the game odds. Yeah. Alabama, probably Alabama. It should be. Hofstra could be sneaky, but probably going to be all Alabama there. I did pick Alabama to win. I think this might be my last upset pick that I have for the day. I don't know. Let me see if there's anyone else, but I don't think I have anyone else that's a... I have Utah State over Villanova, but that's an 8-9. But everyone else I think is chalk for the day. I don't know. Do I have UCLA? I think I have UCLA over. Yeah, I have UCLA over UCF. Alabama over Hofstra. Virginia over Wright State. Yeah, I think everything else is chalk other than the 9-8. I have Utah State over Villanova. All right, let's see. Alabama will win probably. Just subscribe. I appreciate you, Coinage. You're a legend, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. You are a legend. Again, folks, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is free. It says it on the top of the screen. It's going to come back very soon. Again, think of it more as a follow. Think of it more as a follow. Again, I'm going to be covering 3 more games today. So, again, if you're just interested in March Madness or whatnot, make sure, again, to subscribe. Again, it is free, folks. Your bacon pick is the worst pick. I never said it was bad. See, that's the point. That's the whole point of it being overrated. It's not the greatest thing on earth, and that's how people treat it. Bacon is good. It is good. I acknowledge it. I just had a bacon, egg, and cheese burrito for breakfast. I love bacon, but it is not the greatest thing in the world. People are acting like it's the greatest thing, and it's not. It's good. And that's my point. That's my point. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm not even gonna address it anymore. I know I'm right. I know it. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Just, yeah, it's just the way it goes. Again, appreciate you, though. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Let's see. You went against Texas Tech. I know. Shame on me. I know, JR. That was tough. Thanks for hosting the game. Appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. Let's see the Virginia game. No, I'm not going to be covering that. Appreciate you, Lowry. You want a good? Appreciate you again. You don't like bacon? Well, I mean, I like it. It's good. I just don't think it's the greatest thing in the world. I'm sorry. I need to make a video of just me ranting on things that are overrated. Things that are good, but not the greatest thing in the world. Anyway, Texas Tech with it as they're just playing it really fast. Oh, my goodness, just slamming it home is Mosley, making it an 18-point game. 84-66, a 15-2 run as Scott's with it in the paint. Looking around, finding Johnson. Johnson with it as he's going from right to left, just chilling. Trying to get something going. Hands it off to Lyles. Lyles wide open. That was as easy as can be. 84-68. 16-point game. Akron playing good defense as it's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Zips. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to try. I'm going to try FK. I'm going to try. Building this thing slowly but surely. We're making it. So timeout Texas Tech with 2:26 in this one. So just a quick one. I don't know why. Again, 16-point game. Bacon's like Auburn. It's overrated. Well, I mean, Bacon's better than Auburn, though. That's the thing. It's good. It's just not. All right, I'm just going to. Let's see. Thank you. You're doing your thing. Again, appreciate it. I'm not saying Bacon isn't good. I just have literally went on it like I just said. It's good. It's very good. It's not. But overrated doesn't mean it's bad. That's the thing. I think social media has kind of warped a lot of the minds of others that words now don't mean what words used to mean. Overrated doesn't mean it's automatically bad. It's good. It's really good, but it's not the best in the world. There you go. You just learned something here on Dr. Delay. All right. We're back 84-68. Again, it's all Texas Tech as they have just it's been rough. It's been rough if you've been an Akron fan the last 10 minutes of real time. It has been a struggle. All right, Texas Tech going to inbound it here. I don't know why they're taking their time. It is what it is, though. They can. As they're just passing around, this is Petty. Petty over to Anderson. Anderson with it on the far side again, going left to right. Bounce pass here to Brian. Brian back over to Anderson. Anderson chilling. Back over to Brian. Brian to Petty for three. That's good, and that is actually the dagger. Twisting it and all. Oh, my goodness. 19-point game with 2 minutes to go. Here we go. This is Scott again going right to left. Scott loses the ball, gets it right back. Scott bounce pass to Lyles. Lyles with it. He loses the ball, gets it back, puts it up, gets the basket. Oh, my goodness. 17-point game. Is again 87-70 here. Texas Tech just kind of trying to get across half court. They do. Hands it off here to Mosley. Mosley to Brian. Brian back over to Anderson. Anderson with it. At the logo, just chilling. Petty. Akron may have just kind of conceded. That's probably, for the best here. As Petty just pulls up a deep three. That's going to be too strong and rebounded by Texas Tech. And it's tipped away, but Atwell still with it. Atwell to Anderson. 1:11 and counting. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. As Anderson making his way here to the near side again, going left to right. Anderson driving in. Fadeaway jumper's going to be good. Rolls right in, 89-70. Under a minute to play. Scott jacks up a three. That's too strong. Rebounded by the Red Raiders. And floating it over here to Mosley. Mosley to Petty. Mosley. Brian. Brian is now fouled. Don't know what that was all about. Don't know why they would foul there, but it is what it is. 42 seconds left to go. 89-70. Congratulations to Texas Tech. You guys will be moving on, and you guys will be playing the winner of Alabama and Hofstra. That one starts in about 30 minutes. I will not be covering that game. I will be covering Utah State and Villanova. So, again, if you do want more college basketball throughout the day, I will be here. I will definitely be here, folks, covering 4 games today. Hopefully, again, I'll see you in at least one of them, or just again in the future live stream. So I do appreciate you guys for, again, hanging out. Again, make sure to like and subscribe before you guys go. And of course, again, I don't want to promise anything, but I am going to try to cover teams that I've already covered. So Texas Tech versus Alabama potentially on Sunday. I want to try to do it. Again, I don't want to promise. But again, 2 of my 3 games tomorrow is indeed that. I did cover Vanderbilt yesterday and Texas A&M. I will be covering them tomorrow. Couldn't find TCU and Duke. It's just not going to work out for the channel. 37 seconds and counting here for Texas Tech as they put some subs in. He's just going to go inside. Floater's going to be too strong. Rebounded. Puts it up. He is fouled. And that is Horner. Horner's going to go to the line. He is an 88% free throw shooter. Waffles and pancakes. I mean, I don't think I should get food takes anymore. It's very controversial. But I do prefer waffles. Jack Francis. Yeah, no, we're seeing a lot of subs here. I'm not too sure on who's what. I didn't really write that far down as he does make the first, making it a 20-point game. Thanks, Governor. Appreciate you again, JR. Appreciate it. Under 164. We're at 160. Probably going to be that. Probably going to be that. Barring this and then a 3. As he does make it. So I guess if they make it 3, then it would be 164. All right, 25 seconds. Akron just going to go ahead and hang out with it, I guess. This is Halligan. Halligan with it. Kicks it out here, and I don't have his number down. This is 8. Number 8 with it. Passes over there to number 16, who passes back to Halligan. Feel like it's an old video game. As Halligan driving inside. Drawing the contact. Won't get the bucket. Will go to the line for 2. Flirting with that 164. Don't think it's going to happen. Looking forward to Nova beating Utah. It'll be interesting. Steelers, this guy. This guy, Steelers garbage. I think the last comment there, I think that was a little different there. Francis is the we won sub. His record's like 30 or 1. Oh, 30 and 1. Okay, gotcha. He does miss the first. There you go. He's the we won. So that's pretty cool. That's funny. Again, Halligan at the line. 83%er, but it did miss the first one. That one is good. Cutting the lead at 20 with 6 seconds left, and that is going to do it. That is going to do it. 91-71 is your final, folks. Appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, to like and sub before you go. It is free to do so. Says it right above. And, again, I'll be back for Utah State and Villanova. That one starts. Actually, I have no idea. Again, I'm doing 4 games today, so I tried to space them out. That one starts at 4:10 Eastern Time. So, again, hopefully I'll see you there again. If not, that's okay. Again, if you're a Texas Tech fan, I'm going to do my best to cover Texas Tech. Again, I want to try to cover, if I covered you, try to keep that audience going for the whole tournament, you know. And if it works out, I'll see everybody again, you know. Texas Tech plays Alabama, most likely. Even if Texas Tech loses, then I'll get the Alabama crowd. You see how it works, right? Try to follow everybody, and eventually we'll have the national champion. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Let me just check out some things real quick before I go. I do want to go over the stats. Give me like 30 seconds. I just want to make sure this is all set up for the next stream. Again, we're going to take a little bit of a break. The longest break of the day. Again, I'll be on for 4 games. Miami, Missouri, the last one. And between that one is Clemson and Iowa. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Again, other scores right now. Arizona 53, Long Island 29, and then Wright State leading at the half 43-38. Unbelievable. But all right, yeah, final stats for the game. As you guys, again, I do appreciate you guys again for hanging out. Akron needs a 21-0 run. Yes, Kool-Aid. I'm surprised they didn't do it. Lyles 26 points. Halligan with 1. Johnson with 4. Mahaffey with 8. The other Mahaffey with 8 points. Young with 4 points, and then Scott with 20 off the bench. Really impressive. Texas Tech, again, Watts with 14. He fouled out, but they were actually better without him. Bamboye with 2. Petty with 24. Atwell 15 points. Anderson with 18 points. Mosley with 16. Horner with 2 points. Again, they shot 64% from the field. Texas Tech was just making their shots today. Really impressive. Akron 43%. Not terrible. but definitely below that 50% that they were used to. So there you go. That is pretty much how it ends. I will catch you guys later. Like and subscribe before you go, and I will see you in the next one right here on Dr. Delay on the Dr. Delay Network. Again, it'll be Utah State and Villanova in about an hour or so. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys. You guys were legendary. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.